Okay, welcome back to my channel. I'm finally filming the all about my push present, my Chanel purse that I got as a gift from my husband, and we're just gonna jump right into it. This video is long overdue. I filmed it before, but I needed to refilm it because there were just a lot of things that I couldn't handle while filming. So this time I've got my water, I've got everything ready. I feel good about everything. So let's just get straight into it. In the video, you'll see a bunch of different mod shots, how you can wear it crossbody, single, double strap, how you can wear it short handle if you want. So all of that will be in this video. But to jump right in, this is my push present for our second baby that I'm currently still pregnant with. This is a Chanel classic jumbo double flap. It is red caviar with silver hardware. See the chain, silver hardware. It is a 14 series bag, which is the year 2010, 2011. It was really important for me to find a vintage bag. The vintage bags have much better quality than the newer bags. I am in a Chanel Facebook group, and the amount of complaints that I hear and see, and pictures and chain damage and clasps coming off, there's just so many things that really made it important for me to decide that as much as, and I'm sure one day I'll have it, the in-person Chanel girly experience and the whole unboxing vibe in store is really nice to have. Who doesn't want that experience with any luxury item? I really wanted something that was quality, something that was going to last me for more years, something that's already lasted for a lot of years. So, I mean, this bag is literally in such good condition. There is really no major like wear to note, as they would say. There's no major flaws. I don't know who owned this bag before me, but they took really good care of it. Maybe didn't carry it much, but the bag is literally in such beautiful condition for it to be more than a decade old. It's more than a decade old. So I initially was super set on a couple of things. So yeah, again, this is a red caviar jumbo double flap, classic flap with silver hardware. To start with price range, jumbos range between, I would say, about like $3,900 upwards of $7,000. It all depends on color. It all depends on hardware. It all depends on condition. I got this bag for under $5,000, but for more than $4,500. So you can determine what number you feel like, but I feel like for the quality, it's definitely a wonderful price, especially for under $5,000, which I was hoping to stay under, and or I had a little bit of wiggle room to go over, just in case there was anything that I was like really, really set on. But I wanted a fun color. I didn't want anything black or neutral. I feel like those are the most coveted bags. Everyone wants a classic black or beige clair Chanel classic flap, and I just feel like as a result of that, they'll always be around. Like, they're gonna always be on the market. They're gonna always be available. And those are actually higher priced regardless of the size of the bag. So I was initially set on a medium bag. I was just like medium, medium, medium. I just knew I was going to be a medium girl. But because I'm a mom and because I'm small framed, I was like, well, like, how would the jumbo look? I hadn't seen one in person that I could like try on. There were a couple of places that I was considering when I was purchasing, when I was like ready to purchase, where I could go see it in person, but something just told me, like, you know what, the jumbo is going to be a good size. Like, I'm a mom. I just feel like I needed a bag that was bigger than the medium, a little bit more practical. And now that I have it, the size is like perfect. It's so gorgeous. I feel like it fits me really well. I'm 5'4". I don't do a complete full body shot of the mod shots, which you'll see, but for someone that's 5'4", I feel like it fits me perfectly. The other reason why I was able to determine the jumbo being, I had to check on my son, The other the other way that I was able to determine that the jumbo was the perfect size for me, Rebag, which is a website that sells pre-loved Chanel bags, Dior bags, designer bags. They have a really helpful size guide, and that size guide shows you on a real model what the bags look like from small to maxi. Maxi is actually a pretty good size. It's a bit larger for me. I do feel like the overall like shape of it is a bit bigger than I would have preferred, but jumbo just really didn't look that big on her. The model that they use, she's small framed. And unless you're really wearing it crossbody, which I typically don't, except for the way that I show one of the mod shots, the like two strap crossbody, so it sits more under my arm versus down at my hip. I just really felt like the jumbo wasn't oversized, wasn't too big, and even the young lady that I bought it from, she was just like, the jumbo is such a good size, like I have a jumbo, I love it, I love being able to put everything in it. And that was really how I was feeling. Like, I'm never gonna overstuff it, I'm never gonna over like complicate it or anything, but like if it's a diaper, if it needed to fit wipes, like I know it could. So the jumbo just happened to be the perfect size for me. As far as how long it took me to choose, once my husband told me that I could get a bag, because and it's not really about like allowing me per se, but my husband isn't like a bag person. He's like, you can collect shoes, you know, we're big on like each of us finding our thing to collect, but he felt like he doesn't really feel like bags are worth collecting, not all of them at least. But when he was just like, I know you've been wanting a bag, like you've always shown me different bags that you're looking at, like I feel like you can just pick a bag, you know, go ahead, do your thing. So I had already been looking at bags, but being realistic about a price range, colors, things of that nature really made the search interesting, because initially I was initially sold on wanting a beige bag. Had to be gold hardware, had to be caviar. All of those things were pretty much non-negotiables. But then I was like, again, like I had said earlier in the video, I really just wanted something that was fun, timeless, like, you know, finding a vintage bag in a really unique color that's not made anymore. And obviously Chanel still makes red bags, green bags, all these different color bags. Getting a vintage bag in a certain color from years ago was just something that I really, really wanted. So I ended up going with red after I realized that gray and light blue were just not in my budget right now. So gray bags, the coveted like 22, I believe it's like 21B or like 22C, and those are the series, so those correlate with the years. Those bags, even pre-loved, range from like 9 to 11,000, and it's like, ooh, I want that so bad, but realistically that's just not where I'm at right now. I don't feel comfortable. I wouldn't feel comfortable with my husband spending that right now, especially for a pre-loved bag. It's like, that's where the teetering becomes. It's like, do I go get a new bag even though they may not have that color, or do I get a pre-loved one for that color? So there's just a number of reasons why I was like, okay, not gray right now, not light blue right now. Those also range between the 9,000 and up price range, based on color, condition, hardware, leather, things of that nature. But I knew for sure it had to be caviar, because as much as I like lambskin, I think it's really beautiful for vintage. The leather is just like really soft, really, it can be really flattened. There are some really beautiful vintage bags from like the 90s that obviously the like puffiness of the bag, because you can see how puffy this still is for a 14 series, which I absolutely love. But you can tell the difference between lambskin leather and caviar leather. I just feel like caviar leather holds up well. I can wipe it with a baby wipe if I need to. Again, I just didn't really want to have to baby my bag as a mom, as someone who wants to carry her bag and be able to take it and just like pick it up and go. I didn't want to feel like, oh no, like, you know, don't want to scratch it, my ring, my this, my that, if I have nails, like there's just so many things. So I would say overall, looking like serious looking, it probably took me about 2 years. And then the process of being told I could pick a bag, that was probably about a 3-month process. It technically started on our anniversary. My husband was like, I have a gift for you, but it's not here, so you can, you know, prepare to pick a bag. So that is our anniversary. Our wedding anniversary is in March. Mother's Day is in May. So March, April, May, about 3 months. And then just after Mother's Day. So just after, so I picked the bag and I had did a post on Threads, which I'll include here. I did a post on Threads and I was just like, oh, like, would you guys carry a red Chanel bag? And it really wasn't about validation because at that point I had already purchased the bag. But I just wanted to see what people thought. Like, it's interesting that especially as a neutral girl, we typically just tend to gravitate toward neutral colored bags. But again, I was just like, they'll always be there. They'll always be wanted, desired. Like, I'll always have an option to get a neutral bag. And I really feel like if I'm going to start a Chanel collection, which by the way I am, I feel like why not get some fun colored bags and bags that are, if I were ever to resell them, which I didn't buy this bag with the intent to resell, but if I were to ever resell them, I'd rather have a bunch of just like unique colors, pre-loved that are hard to come by in the future and will continue to be hard to come by in the future. So that is kind of like the whole reasoning why I landed on my red baby. So yeah, I've been in a Chanel Facebook group for a little while, for I think over 2 years now, and I've just been silently watching. I mean, I now talk and am way more active, but just price ranges, like what are the most coveted bags? I think it's the 18 series emerald green, like that is one of the most popular bags, coveted bags. They call it a unicorn. That bag, wallet holder, any type of anything that Chanel has made in that color is usually going for a really premium price, 15,000, 18,000. And my favorite color is green. So when I get one of those pieces and one of those bags, just know, you won't be able to talk to me. Okay. You won't be able to talk to me. So quickly, before I follow through with who I purchased from, let me just name a couple of trusted, pre-loved and new resellers that I would definitely trust. So in the Chanel Facebook group, there are people, and most of the people that I'm going to mention are also in that Facebook group, but I'll just list them off. So in the Chanel Facebook group, which I'll link down below, it's public. It's not like you have to do any like hoops or loops to get in. It's totally public. It's cool to just be able to have that knowledge and like be super close to people who are selling bags, people who are moving, cleaning out their closet, who are getting rid of things that they just no longer want. I personally love being in there and I spend a lot of time in there. So Chanel Facebook group, the Bag Babes on IG, where I got my bag from, but I purchased through the owner, Blair, by way of the Chanel Facebook group. Julia Rose Boston, I want to say she's based out of Arizona. I found her through Sarah Tripp, who is Sassy Red Lipstick. She's an influencer I used to follow. I don't follow her anymore, but she's always done a bunch of like Louis Vuitton, Chanel hauls, etc. And she's bought, pre-loved, and sold her bags through Julia Rose Boston. She's got a really great collection, Julia, that is, really great collection of pre-loved options, beautiful condition, premium prices. So she's often doing lives, things of that nature. So definitely someone that I would trust. Luxe Edition on IG. Another thing that was really important to me when getting my bag was getting it from someone local. Obviously you can get bags from Japan, authentic bags, Singapore, etc. But I just really didn't want to wait, even though there are people who are so reputable that they are able to get their bags to you quicker. But I was like, I want my bag. If I have the option to pick it up, free shipping, like all of that, that was really important to me as well. Blair is based in California. She's based in Los Angeles as well. We actually had a lot in common as far as like other details that I feel like I don't need to share on the internet, but so that just made me trust her. A lot of the sellers that I was looking at were people that were like in San Francisco, San Diego. Luxe Edition is based in LA, San Diego. So just again, like being really intentional about who and what I was purchasing and like where it was coming from, how quickly I could get it, and just being able to go get it if I needed to. So Luxe Edition on IG. Carly Julia sells stuff. Oh, she had this beautiful icy mint green Chanel bag that just sold. Shout out to the person that bought it because I definitely wanted it. But another reseller who's in the Facebook group and has her own website, super trusted. I believe she's US based. I don't believe she's California based, but beautiful condition bags. And a lot of these people that are reselling bags. They're either selling bags for their clients, so like, hey, can you resell this for me? And the reason why buyers and sellers will do that is because they'll get a better buyout versus going through like Fashion File or the Real, which has had authenticity problems, or like Vestiaire Collective, which I won't say has had authenticity problems, but people just want to get the most that they can for their bag, especially if it's a premium bag, condition, all that good stuff. So, excuse me, using someone like these people is helpful to get the most bang for your buck and not feel like you're getting shorted or cheaped. Or I would say like you're not getting the most of your profit, because one thing about Fashion File, which I've learned from people that have either sold their bags or attempted to sell their bags, of course, they'll give you a buyout price. And that buyout price, depending on the bag, may not be as high as you would want it to be. But then when they resell the bag, of course, they resell it at a higher premium price. So at a higher premium price. So just something to consider when it comes to like if you're ever in the market to buy or sell. These are the reason why these people are highly recommended. 10 out of 10 would work with them, shop with them, because for the most part, you're getting the most bang for your buck with them. Lux by Tamina, she's also in the Facebook group, also has her own IG. A lot of stuff she sells through her story. She'll post things in feed, like she has plenty of bags posted on her feed, but the condition and prices that she has. So obviously if the bag is in a less than favorable condition, the bag is going to go for cheaper. So a lot of stuff she sells super quickly through her IG stories. There are some bags that I'm like, ooh, should have jumped on it, like a quick 2K for a Chanel bag, like a small, a classic flap, things of that nature. Again, condition and color and hardware and leather, a little bit of everything about the bag is really what determines how much the bag is going to cost. So if you're looking for a premium condition, premium color, premium hardware, be expected to pay a premium price. Forever Classics, also on the Facebook group, also does like Tamina and sells things on her own IG page and through her story. She sells very quickly, has really good prices, a good variety of conditions. And it's not just Chanel bags, there's Hermes bags, Dior, Louis Vuitton. She sold some really beautiful brand new Lady Dior bags, which we know have higher price ranges as well, for really, really great affordable prices. So just another person, Deluxe NJ, which is a pre-loved resale, and they sell new too. Another company based out of New Jersey. I came across them because I follow an influencer and creator named Style by Shishi. She is just amazing. She's just so funny. Persian creator, and she shares what she gets from them. Her and Esther and Sasha, another Jewish creator that I follow, and very aspirational. We don't live the same lifestyle, but I love being able to see like their high-end purchases, who they're purchasing from, especially when it's pre-loved. These are the ways that you can easily like do your own research and find out, who to trust, especially if you're buying online, or like looking for a personal shopper. These people source items. They just have really, really good pieces, and they've found really, really good pieces for both of them. So Deluxe NJ, I was definitely searching, seeing what they had. That's probably like the furthest I would go as far as location, but definitely a brand that I feel like I could trust. Redeluxe, which is Georgia Swain. I think she was pregnant with her first baby. She is reminds me of Julia Rose Boston in the sense of like really premium bags, quality bags. A lot of them they show their inventory in their stories, though they also post it on their websites and IG. Things sell quickly. Again, if you're not ready to buy, try not to set your heart on a bag, because when I first was ready to buy, I really wanted this iridescent beige. Iridescent bags are also super coveted, super sought after, and I really wanted this iridescent beige, but it was about like $1,700 over budget, and my husband was like, and then he was like, okay, if you really, really want it, but literally by then it was sold. So it was just like, my bag, it's gone. So I do feel like if I do a neutral, I would try to go for an iridescent option, just something that makes it more unique versus it just being a beige clear or a beige or a black bag. There's lots of different options. So Black, which is like black on black hardware, black leather, beautiful ruthenium hardware. I love the different types of hardware. So just a variety of things that can make your bag search super unique, but also make the price jump, if nothing else. So Redeluxe, again, super great, super trusted. She's also in the Facebook group, isn't active, doesn't really post much in there because she does a lot through her IG and her personal website. She does have 2 Louis Vuitton pieces that I'm looking to get. I would like to get them by the end of the year to treat myself. So, and they're really great prices. So I'm keeping those on my radar. So far, they haven't sold yet. No one's checking for those apparently, but I really want them. And then there's Rebag, which is probably the only like website that I would have gone through as far as not like knowing directly who I'm purchasing from, in the sense of like I'm talking to this person, I'm communicating from this person, I've seen this person's face. Rebag has a lot of great bags, a lot of great colors, and then again, that is where I found the size guide that ultimately helped me decide that jumbo was the perfect size for me. So all of that said, I specifically purchased my bag from a young lady named Blair. She has a brand online called the Bag Babes, and again, she's based in LA. She posts a lot in the Facebook group, so I mean, a variety of bags. I definitely would buy a bag from her again. It was super effortless, super easy. It took about 2 weeks only because there was some shipping, not issues because it wasn't an issue, but there was just like some shipping delays rather. But I'm sure had there not been shipping delays, it probably would have been like a couple of days for the bag to get here. Like it would have been, you know, standard shipping, maybe 3 to 5 business days kind of a thing. But she did the third-party authentication, which is super important. Like make sure you get that serial number. So the thing about new bags, vintage bags, I'll say, and new bags, I believe 2022 or 2023, those no longer have a serial code stickers. They have chips now, and that chip has a number on it. So if you are looking for a vintage bag, you'll still get a serial number, and then you'll still have the black authenticity card, which replicas have them as well. But a good way to check if your bag is a replica is real. One is to make sure your serial number isn't floating all over the internet, because if it is, if it's a serial number that has been used in bag pictures, or if it's on Google, there's a high chance that the bag isn't authentic, and that people are just using these pictures and serial numbers to get away with trying to con people. And then 2, when you do your third-party authentication, you're able to, like, all of that is included in the pictures and the things that they check to make sure the bag is authentic. What else? The way that the serial code like looks, mine is in the, I believe, back corner of my bag. So just a couple of things like that are things to pay attention to if you're buying from someone and you're like, maybe it's too good to be true, etc., etc. So let's see, I've talked about hardware, I've talked about leather, I've talked about prices. So let's get into what fits in. Let's get into what fits inside the bag, what I have in it, what I typically carry in it, and all of that. So I typically wear it like this on my shoulder. Yesterday, I carried it short strap when I went to the nail shop, just because it's like, I have my jacket on and the other things too. Because this is a vintage bag, and though it is a fun color, I'm still not concerned. I'm still aware that color transfer could happen. So that was the other reason why I carried it short. Anytime I'm wearing something that's black or anything that could potentially stain, dye, anything, you just never know. Chances are I'll carry it short strap when I pull the strap inside, just so that way it's like away from me and not clean to me. The good thing is, since it's warm, I'm not going to be wearing a lot of really dark colors. I'm wearing shorts and things of that nature, so I'm not super concerned. And then again, because of the caviar leather, I've been able to wipe it off with the baby wipe if I really feel like, ooh, I need to just wipe it off real quick, and that has done good. Hasn't changed the color of the bag, hasn't done anything to to make it, what's it called? To make it like it hasn't done taking the color off or anything like that. So I'm just gonna do side profile right here so you can see the main flap. This is what makes it a double flap. A single flap, it would just be this and it wouldn't be this. Of course, we've got the back pocket, which I don't typically keep anything in because I don't want to stretch it out. Whenever I use it, it's literally just to, it'll be like my ticket for like going to the mall or something just so I know where it is, but I don't have plans to put my phone in here or anything. And then whoever used it also didn't seem to, whoever owned it rather, prior to me also didn't seem to use it because it's really in good condition. It's not stretched out. It's actually still pretty tight. So I don't put anything in there that I can't just like slip in and slip out. Got the zipper pocket right here. I don't have any plans to put anything in it. You can put stuff back here, but again, I just don't have any plans to put anything in there. I just don't want to stretch the bag out. Typical creasing, and for this to be a 14 series bag, there's really not much noticeable creasing back here, which happens when you do this, but like this is exactly why caviar leather is so wonderful, because even with me opening and closing the bag, the creasing really isn't setting in. It's really not taking, and I don't keep the bag open that deep for that long. So love that. Again, the C's. Okay, so let's get into what I keep in the bag. I've got my Marc Jacobs card holder. I'm hoping to get a Chanel card holder. I can't figure out what color, but either a like top flap one, a small one, or just a simple card holder like this, but card holder. I would typically also have my phone in there. Touchland, hand sanitizer, which I need more of. I have my authenticity card in there. My Chanel Colors mirror in there. Those are the only things, and my AirPods. These are the only things that I actually keep in the pockets back here. I don't really put anything too much in those as well. Like those are literally the only three things that I keep in there. And then paperwork for my car wash. I had a eye kohl that I use as a lip liner. This eye kohl that I have on, it just flew across the room. So that, mostly lip stuff. I have lots of lip stuff. And lotion. So Necessaire hand lotion. Gotta keep your hand lotion. And a variety of lip stuff. A variety of lip stuff. So I really don't put a lot in it. I don't have the intent to, again, overstuff it or do too much with it. I have put one diaper in it since I've had it, and that was just because my son and I were going to the mall, and it's like I need to carry a diaper. And I believe I carried wipes, but I usually keep wipes in a Ziploc bag, so I don't have to carry the whole like wipe thing. But yeah, so my Dior Lip Addict Lip Glow Lip Balm, which I love. It's super great. Like these I probably could put in my pockets, which maybe I'll do. That looks kind of nice, but this is what it looks like with nothing in it. Not nothing, but nothing in the main part, and just stuff in the pocket. I will put my phone, like I have a couple of receipts in the front pocket. What else is that? More receipts. So I try to just keep things in the what's it called? Keep things in the main pocket. I don't overstuff it, but it's just a really good size. It's such a beautiful bag. Now I'm gonna put all my lip stuff in the pockets. This like center part, this is actually for lipstick, so like I could probably put my like Dior lip balm in here, at least one of them. Let's see with that. Yeah, so it could be like that, so kind of love that. But yeah, I keep it really simple, just the essentials. I need 1,500 lip balms, lotion, sanitizer, wallet, and my phone typically. So those are all of the things I would put in. This is what it looks like when everything is in there. Still a lot of really great space, things of that nature. So yeah, my shirt, I'm just so pregnant, just everything. So yeah, that is pretty much everything about my bag. I think I've covered everything. 10 out of 10 would recommend shopping through the Facebook group, through any of the people I've listed, which I will list and link their Instagrams directly below. I'll link the Facebook group below. But yeah, this is definitely just a sweet gift. I love my husband for deciding that I could have a bag, that I could pick a bag. Because I think, I'm not even sure if I finished that story, but he's not really a huge bag person. He's like, you can have shoes, you can have whatever you want collectible wise, but not really bags. So unfortunately, this is the start of a Chanel bag collection. He just doesn't even know it. But yeah, I'm super grateful and I absolutely love her. She is gorgeous. She is so gorgeous. She's just so fun. She's puffy and beautiful for a vintage bag. I am thrilled with the quality. The quality is exquisite. Chain is heavy. Just everything is super, super beautiful. Yes, babe, I am now finished recording because my son is awake. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.